Find the equation in standard form of the circle where the point B, negative 5, 6, and D, 9, 4, are endpoints of a diameter. So here I've drawn a visual of what that statement is saying, and we're wanting to find the equation in standard form of our circle. So remember, the standard form of an equation, our final answer, will be in the form x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. In the standard form, hk is the center of our circle, r stands for the radius. So first we're going to find the midpoint of this diameter line. That midpoint is going to be the center of our circle. And so the formula for getting the midpoint is very simple. It makes sense if you think about what we're doing. We're finding the middle. So for the x value of our midpoint, we're going to take the x values, negative 5 and 9, we're going to add them together and then divide by 2. So it's essentially x1 plus x2 over 2. And then for the y value of our midpoint, we're going to take our two y values, 6 and 4, add them together, and divide by 2. So we end up over here with 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Over here we have 10 over 2, which is 5. So that's the midpoint of the diameter line, and it also represents the center of our circle. And it's going to be h and k in our final answer for the standard form. The final thing we need to do is figure out the radius of our circle. So let me actually draw that, the center. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's our center. So now we want to find the radius, which will be the distance from the center out to one of our points. One way that we can do this is actually using our circle equation. We could plug in the h and k, so h is 2 and k is 5. For x and y, we could plug in just a point from the circle that's on the circle. So let's say 9, 4. We could plug in 9 for x, and then we can plug in 4 for y. Plugging in those pieces then would allow us to solve for r, which would be representing our radius. So doing those substitutions, I'm going to continue down here. So let's go ahead and plug those in. So we would have 9 minus 2 squared plus 4 minus 5 squared is equal to r squared. So we end up with 49 plus 1, which is 50. So since 50 is r squared, that's what we'll plug in for the other side. So our final answer, our equation for the circle in standard form, we have x, keep x and y in there, so x minus 2 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 50.